All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews. We're gonna start talking about Barry this year, so let's do Barry Season 2, Episode 1. The show must go on, probably. So full spoilers, if you've not seen this episode of the show. I liked Barry last year. I have the same problem with it this year so far, even in the newest episode that I did, the entire series, and we'll talk about that. But most of it, I mean, Barry's a really well-acted show. And it's really funny at times, and it's really serious. So last season, on Barry, at the end of everything, it got pretty insane. A whole bunch of people died, including Janice, the woman who was trying to find out who Barry, who this killer was, and she got too close to Barry. She found out who he was. And he had to kill her. And he also had to kill that other guy. Like, he took out a bunch of people. And that's where I guess I have to talk about tone. I get what they're doing here. This isn't a comedy. It's Bill Hader and Alec Berg are doing something really interesting here. It's just that the tone for me between some really funny scenes that just drop dead, like laugh out loud hilarious practically, especially from the guy who plays NoHo Hank, the guy from Anthony Carrigan from Gotham, who plays Zaz on Gotham, and pretty much the only guy that I like on Gotham because his character is supposed to be nuts, and so he just plays it nuts, and he's really good here as this member of this crime family who, also really likes Barry, but I don't know, most of the funny stuff in this episode comes from him. But also some of the most serious stuff comes from him too. It's really cool to see this he's really funny in the beginning, and then he starts to see things that he doesn't like, and it's still funny and awkward, like the scene with where the lady stabs herself in the hand. But the scene before that, he was just all jokes in his little letter to the Bolivians or whoever he was working for, the Chechnyans. He's really funny in that scene. Then he's still funny in the scene where things get awkward, but then when it's time for Barry to when Barry kind of shuts him down here, then when you see the serious side of him, it's a little jarring, but it's really well done. And that's the only thing I have a problem with, is that jarring tone of extremely funny and extremely serious. It takes me out of it every single time, where I'm just like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like when somebody takes a joke too far, like everybody's laughing, and then somebody says something racist. And everybody, and you could hear a pin drop. And that's what I feel like happens here. And maybe that's what they're going for, but it's like I'm watching two different shows sometimes. And that's what is still happening here, is it just all of a sudden makes that hard right turn. And even though both sides are well done, the comedy is well done, the drama is well done, everything in this is well done, I can't get past that jarring element of it. I also don't, I wish they would have gone a little bit further with Henry Winkler's Gene, kind of doing more about how he feels about what happened to Janice. Unless, again, they're trying to go for this kind of the shallowness of Hollywood. That he's concerned, and then he just kind of does the easy thing. He's going to shut down everything, and then, but it comes down to Barry just suddenly starts talking about his past. And he turns around, and all of a sudden he's back to doing it. We're going back to class because I heard Barry be, really dramatic about, he never talks about the war and everything. And I feel like that's just too much of a kind of a cop-out, that he just kind of turns around and I don't know, maybe he was looking for an excuse to come back. I don't know. But it just seemed to me to be like he was so concerned about Janice and finding out about Janice. And I don't want Henry Winkler's character to kill himself or anything. I just want him to grieve and come out of that grieving process more organically, not for story's sake. Because I think it would have been great that Barry tells him the story and he has those people up there acting and reenacting the scene, the situation that they think how it happened. I think that would have been great that he'd say, "Thanks for sharing, Barry, but it doesn't change anything." I think, and walked out. I think getting Barry to open up is a good thing. I think it's a first step to helping Jean. But I think what they need to do is explore more of Barry's past with Jean, to bring the situation more organically to a close, and have Jean come back to the class more naturally, instead of just doing a quick turn and class is back open. And you can disagree with me, that's fine. That's just how I see it. But other than that, like, I don't like revealing everything because a lot of this is just jokes. But by the end of this, Barry is forced to take on the job for NoHo Hank. The other thing is the beginning of this episode is fantastic. I love Stephen Root so much. He is one of the best character actors out there. Just straight up actors. I don't like saying, like character actors, but Stephen Root is consistently awesome in everything he does. And the mission this goes on, like, I could tell that wasn't Barry under the hood. I think you were supposed to maybe think that for a minute. But the ineptitude of this guy, and then even showing Fuchs's ineptitude, giving him the wrong code, not telling the client that they were killing everyone that was there, shows, like, I mean, he seemed to be better at planning maybe with Barry. So I don't know if I should call shenanigans on that. Like, maybe the character is better than this to screw up that bad, but maybe, when you get somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, you should, I don't know, expect the plan to go bad. But it goes really bad, like hilariously bad, when the guy shows up at his door and just gets shot by the police. And Fuchs is, pretty quick on his feet as far as, like, thinking. But then it's just when you think he's, like, smart enough to, like, he knows what he's doing. He has the can there, and he won't give him the DNA, and he's just too stupid to realize that he just gave it to him. So, I don't know. It's pretty funny. Stephen Root is great, as usual. And I'm still not a fan of the love interest here. Who is her? Sarah Goldberg. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of her character at all. And I think you're not supposed to I mean, she is a very, I don't know, kind of a cliche Hollywood wannabe actress, maybe, is what they're going for. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do whatever, I don't know. Maybe that's what they're going for. And if they're going for that, then she's doing a fantastic job, but it doesn't make me like her anymore, even if it is accurate. And to be honest with you, never really cared for the actress in anything that she's done. But that's my fault. That's my own prerogative. I haven't seen her in something that I like yet. I hope she proves me wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where I don't want to be right about that. I want to like her. But so far, I just can't. But Henry Winkler, even though like I said, I don't really like the choice that they had him make at the end of this, he's doing a really good job in the show. I mean, I think it's crazy that he just gets an Emmy now. Like, why was he ever nominated for Arrested Development? Because he is consistently one of the best parts of any Arrested Development season. But maybe he's always just considered a guest star. So he's not really a supporting character. He's more like there's like A, B, and C, right? So, like, I don't know. But anyway, Barry Season 2, Episode 1 is a pretty decent episode. Like I said, I'm watching two different shows. The serious side of it's really good. The funny side of it's really good. It's how they mix them together that I kind of have a problem with. As far as just any, like, not getting taken out of it every time it happens. And that's on me. That's probably just how I watch it. But anyway, that's it. If you like this review, please hit the like button. Let me know if you want to see more of Barry or if this is just a one-off, because if I don't really get any response here, I probably will not continue to do episode to episode. I will do like a season review if this doesn't pick up. But this is kind of just a little experiment to see what the interest is for Barry. So anyway, this is Robert Smirking on Review saying have a great day. We will see you on the next video.